Hello boys and girls, Mrs. Titterton here. I'm going to show you today how to fill out this graphic organizer or note helper for your animal research project. I just got done reading this great book on dolphins, and dolphins are mammals I learned in this book, and I'm going to take the information that I learned in this book and I'm going to put it into my own words and write the notes down here on my organizer. Now boys and girls, I do not want to just take the words that the author wrote on this page and copy it down onto my organizer, because that would be plagiarism, and plagiarism is a fancy word that just means that you're copying someone else's work. You're stealing it, so I can't do that. So when I write down sentences in my organizer here, I want to make sure that I am putting it into my own words. So here's how you're going to get started. The first thing you're going to need to do, of course, as always, is put your name on top of the paper. So here's my name, Mrs. T, and my animal is a dolphin. And if it's a pretty tricky word to spell, I can definitely just copy it off the book. So that's what I'm going to do. D-O-L-F-I-N-S. Because I can never quite remember if the f sound in dolphins is an F or a PH like in phone. So I just copy that down. Now boys and girls, I have to classify my animal next. And how am I going to figure out which animal group my animal is in? Well, of course, I would have hopefully found that out by reading my book. So here we go. I found out that dolphins are mammals. So I am going to write down mammals here. And I don't have to really worry about putting it into a complete sentence for these two parts, because when I write my final research report, then I'll be putting it into nice complete thoughts with capital letters and appropriate punctuation. The next little icon, boys and girls, is a little question mark, and it says, I know. And what that means is, I want you to tell me, how come you know that this animal is a mammal? Or whatever group you're classifying your animal into. Now hopefully you would have found some of those great facts in this book, and I definitely did too. If I didn't remember them, I could always, of course, go back into the book and find out. Oh, yep, there was my page that says dolphins are mammals. And, ooh, look at that. Dolphins breathe air. They have a blowhole on top of their heads. So I know that they breathe air. So I can write that sentence down. Dolphins have lungs. They breathe air through a blowhole.
I don't know. Johnny Appleseed. Is anybody here? Yes, that's right.
Now, boys and girls, that's my first fact, and I need to find another one that tells me about how I know that a mammal is a mammal. Well, I see them swimming here and moving in the water, so I can definitely write that, because we know that mammals move. So I could say, I know a dolphin is a mammal because it moves. And I could put in water. And we also know that dolphins are animals that have a backbone. So I could write that down too. Oops, I'm supposed to write it on this page, and I'm kind of running out of room here on this page, so I'm going to write it on that white space because I wrote a really long sentence up here. So I'm going to write, they have a backbone. Now I'm ready to continue on to my next page, and it says on the next icon, what is their home? Well, I had read before on the page that dolphins live in the ocean. They need to swim in salt water. So I'm going to write that down. Their home or their habitat is in the ocean. Now I can write in the ocean here, and that's not a complete thought. Dolphins live in the ocean would probably be better, because then I won't have to think about it so much when I put my work together on my paper. But if I just wrote in the ocean here, then I would have to remember that when I wrote my report, I would have to write a complete thought like dolphins live in the water. So I'll just do that now. Dolphins live in the water. And now it says to tell 3 facts about dolphins. 3 facts. Now these are the other things that you're finding out in your book. Like here's one, dolphins swim fast through the water. Now I could write that down, but I can't write those exact words. I could put them into my own words, and I could just say dolphins swim very fast. And I could even say something like they use their flippers, because the next few pages talk about their different things like their tails and their flippers. And I could put down they use flippers to swim. Okay, doing good. Let's find another one. Another fact. Look in here. Oh, here's one. Dolphins like to jump in and out of the water. Dolphins play together. Dolphins deal with flippers. I like this one about them playing. Oh, and they hunt for food. They dive and hunt for food. So I think I'm going to make my next 2 facts about that. Dolphins play with other dolphins is what I want to say. Notice I thought about what I wanted to say in my head first, and I put it in my words. My own first grade words. Dolphins play. Ooh, that is definitely a fishbowl word. With other dolphins. And let's do one more. We know that they have to get food. This page told us that they dive and hunt for food. And this page tells us that they catch animals with their teeth and they swallow their food whole. So I'm going to put dolphins hunt for fish. And since I have room, I might even want to put a bonus fact to really challenge myself and put they swallow their food whole. Okay, now boys and girls, I'm done. That's it. That's how I took notes from my book. Remember that I used my own words. And I don't have to always write whole complete sentences, but when I do my report, I will. And I have all the things that are required, and I challenged myself for one more thing. So that is how you fill out your notes or your graphic organizer for your research project. And stay tuned for your next step, which is going to be how to take these notes and turn it into your animal report to get ready for your digital recording. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining me at home today. Ooh, I'm at my home. And remember, work hard and always challenge yourself.